Ladies and gentlemen, fellow hunters. With Arknights Monster Hunter collaboration is getting close. We got more details about Kirinyatto and Noir abilities. And more about the collab event mechanic and enemies. So, let's see the collab characters' abilities first. Looking back at our 6 collab operators, Hypergriff did a good job to create new operators with the abilities. That is based on the original game. So how about Monster Hunter? Let's see Noycorn, a 5-star Musa guard. Using Monster Hunter Longsword as his weapon. A strong and flexible weapon, full of anime energy. First, let's take a look at Noir's talent. Interestingly, they add a second talent for him, which is a rare case for a 5-star. I believe this is because the game tries to make Musa guard talent less mundane. Since they all have the same first talent. When his skill is not active, Noir will increase his attack after attacking several times. Stack up to a certain limit. A neat talent considering his skill seems to be a nuke type with a big attack modifier. Though we still don't have the exact number yet, so I can't say how good it is. And by the looks of it, this talent and his normal attack moves came from the Longsword Spirit meter mechanism. You see, Longsword in Monster Hunter has this spirit meter. Every time you hit an enemy, the meter will fill up. And the meter can be expanded to do a powerful attack called a spirit attack. The last hit of the spirit attack will make the spirit gauge in the blade glow white, and providing you with an attack bonus. This process can be repeated up to 3 times to gain even more attack. If Hypergriff is true to this mechanism, this second talent of Noycorn should store 3 stacks of attack bonus. Okay, now let's see his skills. For the first skill, Noir will stop attacking and sheath his sword. During this process, when an enemy hit him, he will nullify the damage and attack an enemy within range with multiple hits. Additionally, activate his talent 2 and activate the skill again upon defeating an enemy. This skill is based on the Longsword special sheath move. There are actually 2 kinds of moves you can do after doing this badass anime pose. But what Noir does seems to be only the Spirit Slash. That can be used to nullify enemy hit and inflict a powerful attack. And then for his skill 2, Noir will deal multiple hits with a certain attack power to one enemy ahead. When the skill ends, lose 1 layer of talent to attack buff. Without a doubt, this is based on the Spirit Helm Breaker move. A flashy move that is the most damaging move when using the longsword. So I certainly hope this skill will also have big damage. And in Monster Hunter, each time you do this move, it will consume 1 spirit gauge. So makes sense if Noir loses 1 stack of attack after using this skill. Now for the 6-star, we have Kirinyatto. Using Monster Hunter dual blades as her weapon. And it seems Hypergriff wanted her to become a hybrid damager. Because of her first talent, each of her attacks will deal additional arts damage. For better or worse, it will depend on how much damage she inflicted. As for its reference to Monster Hunter, this talent that deals arts damage most likely came from the fact that dual blade is one of the greatest weapons to inflict element damage. And in Arknights world, those kinds of element damage are considered arts damage. Now for her talent 2. During skill duration and 10 seconds after the skill ends, she gains an attack boost. This is based on Dual Blade's Demon mode, which will increase the weapon's attack and unlock some new moves. And that attack boost that still exists 10 seconds after the skill ends. Probably referring to the Archdemon mode, which is pretty much the normal mode. But you'll retain some aspects from the Demon mode if you switch back to the normal when this sword gauge is full. That's her talent. Now let's see her skills. For the first skill, after deployment, Yato will gain an attack speed bonus and deal 2 hits. And every 3rd attack she will deal 6 hits. Looks like a strong skill for a skill 1, but we'll get the truth later. And I suppose this is based on the basic combo of the dual blade demon mode. Now for skill 2. After deployment, perform multiple slashes against all enemies in the tile ahead. While slashing, increase the effect of talent 1, increase attack and taunt level. Seems pretty good with that ability to hit multiple enemies. But from this translation I don't understand about the taunt level. Increasing her taunt level is pointless considering what this skill do. As for what move it's based on, I think it's from the blade dance move. A powerful continuous attack. Lastly, her skill 3. After deployment immediately dash several tiles ahead. For every certain distance dashed, deal certain physical damage to all nearby enemies. And for every enemy attacked, extend the dash distance. Can stack up to a certain limit and can attack aerial targets. Another skill to handle multiple enemies. And will definitely favor a straight tile with multiple enemies line up. This skill is based on what I like to call Levi's Beyblade move. Simply perform a certain attack on a monster while in midair. And you got this flashy moves. The bigger the monster, the longer your character will Beyblade in. As for in Arknights, Yato will dash even further when there are multiple enemies lined up like this. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the enemies, and the collab event mechanic. Here are some of the normal enemies that have been revealed. Some of them are small monsters from the Monster Hunter world. As for the elites and bosses, well, no information. But I'm sure Athelos is the boss, though knowing Monster Hunter. We probably get an Elder Dragon surprise. Most likely Kirin, or perhaps something else. Alright, the enemies in this event also have a weak point. Indicated by the arrow on top of them. Hitting the enemy from their weak point will, I kid you not, deal more damage. In this event you will also be given a free meal once a day. That will increase your sanity, give materials, and give positive effects. There will be also some gadgets to help you clear the stage. During the event there is also a place where you can combine alchemy materials. Supposedly to obtain rewards. And these alchemy materials can be obtained by doing certain tasks. Okay, that's all the info we have for now. I'm excited about the event, and how about you? That should be all. Adios.